What is premarital counseling?
Yeah, so premarital counseling is like taking the next steps in your relationship to set goals and make sure like you both are ensuring that you're on the same page and understanding where each future wants to go and if you're on the same path or not, even a way to.
Can premarital counseling positively impact couples who don't have any outstanding issues?
Hmm. Yeah, for sure. Honestly, just gaining an understanding and learning of your partner too, it can bring up questions and thoughts that haven't come up in the relationship. And we're like, oh, like I didn't think of that. Let's like work on that together too, and like understanding where your partner's coming at, and even seeing how family dynamics from your household might be contributing to the relationship now, or even how past relationships have come up too. And really just ensuring and solidifying the relationship and truly understanding and growing together as a relationship too.
And what are some things couples should absolutely discuss before getting married?
Okay. So, like their hopes and dreams individually and as in a relationship. Money is a big one. Children, if we want children, not children, how are we going to parent, things like that. And then even problem solving techniques. So, when there is that bump in the road, how are we going to work on this together? How are we going to get through this? Like, how can we support each other when it's during a rough time too?
What are some issues that come up within relationships that can be detrimental if they're not addressed?
Mm. So I think like being vulnerable with your partner, like I feel like that's a big one. It's really hard to have some of these discussions and like anxiety might come in or like from our past history too on tough discussions and just kind of like pushing through having that tough discussion, understanding your partner and where they're coming from, and seeing how you both can grow together and really build that solid foundation so you can work together in the future and really know and understand each other too, and where things might be more difficult as well too.
Okay. And how should a couple address conflict resolution, specifically when they both feel strongly about a given topic or situation?
Hmm. So the first one is use I statements, always using I, never you, because you places the blame and we don't want that during a discussion. Really using I, really understanding your partner and where they're coming from. So if your partner's talking, taking a step back and being like, okay, I hear this, I hear that. Okay, I'm hearing this, and making sure that you're hearing your partner correctly. And your partner will say, yes, you heard me correctly, or no, I'm going to say it again. And just keep going through that pattern as well. Also, a big one for me is never use the word but. That takes away from what you are saying. Try to replace it with and. So then both your partners are feeling heard and understood. And another thing I always like to talk about is that you both are on the same team. This discussion is coming up, and you both can do this like together. Like, you got this. Your partner is not your opponent, they're your teammate. So, really working together. And if you have to, take a step back, take a break from the discussion. So then you're able to calm yourself down and really listen to understand your partner as well. And making sure you come back to the conversation too. Don't just sweep it under the rug because it will come back up again as well.
What are some things couples can do to heal together after going through a rough patch or even an
Mm,
argument?
yeah, yeah. So really like listening to your partner's love language, like what is that? What does that love language mean to them? Really filling back their cup and also making sure your partner is filling your cup back up as well too. So listening to your love language and really building that relationship again. And then also just like know that it takes time to rebuild that trust, especially if it was really tough or heated discussion and some feelings were hurt. Just really understanding and taking time to really listen and to understand each other and come back to it as well. So you both can get through it and do it as well.